Okay, just give everyone a couple seconds to jump on. And we're going to get started. So welcome to the Gentlewoman Boss Academy. I'm Michelle Horlbogen. I'm the founder of the Academy. And I thought I would start out by telling you a little bit about my background and what led me to launch the Academy. Just a few housekeeping tips first. I've had a little bit of a connectivity issue this morning with my practice run. So if for some reason the stream falls or dies out, I'll continue recording the video and I'll just post it later as a video on my Facebook page. So just I appreciate your patience. Bear with me. It's always fun, the technical side of production. So as I said, my name is Michelle Horlbogen, and I thought I would jump on a Facebook Live because I've had quite a few questions come in over the past couple weeks about my course, and questions about when it's launching, questions about who it's for, questions about who I am. So I just thought the best way to answer them was to jump on here with you live. Okay, so if you have questions or comments, you can leave them in the chat. I don't know if I'll be organized enough to get to them today, but I will answer them in the video before I post it for you. So just a little bit about the background of the Gentlewoman Boss. So a few years ago, 2 years ago actually, in August, I was fired from my job after I brought voiced ethical concerns to my employer. 2 days later, I was fired over the phone. No exit interview, had to pick up my stuff in a box. I was locked out of my office. It was a horrible experience. And I know many of you have been through it as well. So it was a very bad day. A very bad few weeks and months followed. And then I just got to a point that I realized, number one, that my daughter was watching. She was observing this whole process. And she just finished her freshman year of college. So I was concerned about what message was being sent to her about her future employment, future career for her. And I was also concerned about what my action or lack of action was telling her about what happens when you get knocked down. So I decided that I would take that experience, that horrible workplace abuse experience, and turn it into a way to help people. Because I remember thinking, what didn't I know that could have helped me to get through that ordeal with less damage? So I thought about all the different things. If I had, say, a toolkit that I could have at my advantage, for example, understanding employment law, understanding the true role of HR in an organization, and whether or not they are really there for you, the employee, or who are they really there to protect. Understanding my rights as if I was in a protected class under the EEOC, and different federal laws that protect employees from harassment and abuse. A better understanding of how to report things that are going wrong in the organization. I followed the handbook. I did what I was told was a safe way to report, and it was not. So there were a lot of learning lessons from it. And I decided that I was going to put them all together into a course to help people to have that toolkit at their disposal. And especially graduates, high school graduates going directly into the workforce, and even college graduates, because what led me to actually take this project seriously was a survey I did, and I have some stats for you. Hold on one second. I'm going to just move my screen over here. I conducted a survey. I actually did two. I did a MailChimp survey that I sent out to my mailing list, and then I also did a survey on LinkedIn, a poll. And I basically asked people, did they feel that they're if they were either high school or college graduate, did they feel prepared to enter the workplace and to navigate a potential toxic workplace, or to understand how to handle workplace bullying? 73% of respondents, college and high school graduates combined, on average, 73% said they did not feel ready for that. And what was interesting was the higher percentage was the college students. They came in at 76%. High school students came in at 70%, not feeling ready. So that was eye-opening for me. And the LinkedIn survey actually came in at 84%. And I didn't, it wasn't specific. I just said, did you feel prepared for it? So the point is a huge percentage of our high school graduates and our college graduates, our children heading off into the workplace, and they're not ready for a lot of the things that are out there. And the reason I say that is another survey, a 2019 monster.com survey of 2,081 respondents revealed that 94% of them had been bullied at work. And over half, 51.1%, said they were bullied by a boss or a manager. Now, we all know when you first get out of school, or you graduate from high school, graduate even from college as an undergrad, you are most likely going to go into the workplace at an entry-level position, right? It's a very slim chance you're going to be a boss right away. So those statistics from monster.com pretty much say there's a 50% chance that our children, as they go into our young adult children, as they go into the workforce, will have to deal with a potential situation that they've admitted they don't feel ready for. They don't have the skills to handle. And that's where my class comes into the picture. So I launched a Gentlewoman Boss Academy to help fill that gap between book learning, school learning, college learning, high school, voc tech, whatever arena you're in, the gap between that and actually being able to navigate the modern workplace and to do so safely and to have a great workplace experience, not something like what happened to me. So my course is called The Other MBA You Didn't Know You Needed Until Now, Managing Bullying and Accountability in the Workplace. So that's what brought me to this point, to this place. And I do have some questions, as I said, that I've gotten over the last few weeks that I would like to answer for you. So the first one is, who is my course for? So, or who can enroll in the academy? So the academy is co-ed. I know it's called the Gentlewoman Boss, but that's because that's my company, the Gentlewoman Boss. It's for anyone that wants to enroll, male or female. And anyone 18 or over who feels they could benefit from the class. The curriculum is based on U.S. labor law. A lot of what I cover has to do with the things I mentioned earlier. So it's really for the benefit of U.S. residents living here that will be working here, or if someone's planning to work for a U.S. based company. It's not that you can't take it. It's just I don't know international labor laws inside out. I hardly even know U.S. labor laws inside out. So again, it's geared toward more, U.S. employment, employees and employers. The next question, who is my course not for? Okay, this is important because if you are already in a workplace situation where you are, you're being bullied, you're being harassed, you're being discriminated against, and it's bad, it's too late for my course. So the Other MBA is designed to proactively prepare new employees that are going into the workforce. If you're already in a position and you're miserable and you're being targeted and it's awful and you're online searching for workplace bullying information and you're crying yourself to sleep at night, it's too late for my class. However, there are fantastic organizations and institutions, universities, resources out there that can help you because they're trained for mental health support. They're trained, they're accredited. And if you're going through anything like that, please send me a direct message. You can do it on the Facebook page or send me one in Messenger, and I will put you in touch with the people that can help you because you're already sort of past that, falling off that cliff into being a target. So again, not for anyone that has or is currently experiencing, because if you have in the past, hopefully you've learned how to navigate it better. You're welcome to take it. I'm just being honest with you. This is more a toolkit for young people. And I think of my daughter, she just finished her, as I've said, her freshman year of college. When we talk about employee rights or conversations like that, I just it's shocking how little she knows. It's not her fault. It's just it's not covered. It's not covered in the curriculum. In high school, or I mean, I suppose if you're certain fields, maybe if you're pursuing, there's a little more of it if you're being a business major or human resources or something. But in general, our kids have no idea. They have no idea. Sometimes we as the parents don't have any idea. So this course is helpful in that way. Preventative maintenance, being proactive, not reactive. Okay, another question that I've gotten. What are your qualifications? Okay, so this is kind of funny because I joke about it, but I'm just basically a non-degreed professional. I have a high school diploma from Barrington High School in Barrington, Rhode Island. I graduated class of 1985. And prior to that, I was a student at Southbridge High School, the first 3 years of high school, and then we moved to Barrington in November of my senior year. Yeah, that was fun. So that's it. I don't have a title. I don't have a degree. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I don't have any of that. I don't have any titles or letters trailing after my name. I'm just someone that went through a workplace abuse experience and learned important lessons and feel obligated to share what I've learned with others and help others. I am still unemployed almost 2 years later. Part of my advocacy work, my advocacy work has evolved to this point where I have the podcast and the website, and I mentor people, and I speak publicly on the topic. I've taught at colleges, universities. I've presented to students on the topic. But so far, it's all been unpaid. So this class is a way for me as a non-working mom that needs to work to hopefully generate some revenue for my family and also help other people. So again, it's just tips and resources, and there's a lot of information out there on the topic of workplace bullying and on the topic of workplace abuse and harassment. And I spent almost 2 years thoroughly immersed, researching, reading, studying, interviewing people, posting, digging in, doing surveys, data research. So I've just put it all together into a comprehensive package so people don't have to spend 2 years trying to figure it out. Because if you're in a job and you're having an issue, you don't have 2 years. You have like today to take steps that are going to protect you from more harm in the workplace. Okay. So how will the course work? This is another one I got the other day. So I'm going to actually combine that with the next two questions. How will the course work, and when will it begin? So the first launch of my course, it will launch on June 15th. Now, I had planned to launch earlier, but I got some feedback from a lot of students, high school and college, that do not want to walk off the stage with their diploma and have to feel like they're going right back into a class. And I get it. So let me tell you first about the makeup of the course. So it's about 6 hours and 45 minutes average per session. That will fluctuate a little because I will begin each consecutive session with answering Q&As from the previous module. So like the week of June 15th when I launch, I will put out a survey and take questions and answers from the students. And in the beginning of the following week's module, I will take 15 minutes to address those questions and answer them for you. So with that, not knowing, the scope of how much time that will take, in the module, it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour, no more than that per module. 6 modules, they'll roll out once a week. So starting June 15th, and every week after that for the next 5 weeks. Once the first rollout has happened, the first launch has happened, I'll offer it as a bundle, and you can just buy the whole package, and you can blitz it over a weekend if you want. That's up to you. I was going to launch June 1st. I like clean, neat dates for things to keep track of data. But I've gotten feedback, and I know a lot of the kids just don't want to have to think about taking a class because they're just finishing up, and it's been a horrible, horrible year, and you guys deserve to just go hog wild, crazy, and have fun. So I get it. So I'm going to launch it on June 15th. It will launch on June 15th. Presale starts next week. Anyone that purchases the course in the presale from next week through June 15th will have access to the course for 90 days. So for 3 months. So you're going to have 3 months to do 6 hours worth of work, which is more than feasible. Anyone who purchases it after it launches on June 15th will have the course accessible to them for 60 days or 2 months, which again is more than enough time to do the work. And there will be downloadable documents. There'll be PDFs, things you can download, cliff notes, cheat notes, things like that. I'm working on a toolkit for you to be able to take at the end of it to reference back to. So there will be other, and of course I'm always accessible. If you have a question about something we covered and you are locked out of access to it, I'm happy to jump on a call with you or answer your questions. Or those of your parents. If your parents have questions, if you have them, feel free to reach out to me. So that's how the course works, when it's rolling out. Again, pre-sale starts next week. And anyone that is already on my mailing list, that is a member of the Gentlewoman Boss community, will get a significant discount offered to them. So if between now and next week, if you want that discount offered for pre-launch, please sign up for my mailing list. And also I've had questions about if you want to purchase it as a gift, like say you want to give it as a graduation gift to your niece or nephew, or, your sister's niece or nephew or a friend. You can absolutely do that. So once the pre-sale is up, there'll be an explanation there on how to purchase it as a gift. Basically, all you're going to have to do is send me the email address you want it mailed to. And then, because everything's going to go through email. So, and they'll just get it in their inbox, and I can include a note from you if you'd like. That is a gift. So there will be detailed information about that on the checkout page once pre-sale launches next week. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, do you offer refunds? Okay, here's the thing. All sales are final. If you purchase my class, it's a final sale. Now that said, if you feel after taking the class that you are extremely dissatisfied with it, or feel that the outcomes were grossly overstated, please get in touch with me and we will work something out. I don't want you to be unhappy with it. The point of this is to help you, to empower you, to give you your confidence going into the workplace. The last thing I want is you to feel mad at me because you feel like I ripped you off. I don't want that. For what I'm pricing my class at, I won't make any money for like 3 years. That's how much work I've put into it. But that's okay. My point is, though, that I am offering an amazing amount of value for a very reasonable amount of investment on your end. When you consider the amount of debt, student debt, graduates walk away from school with their diploma, right? And yet 73% are saying they do not feel prepared to enter the workforce or handle a potentially difficult situation in the workforce. That is something to be upset about. That is something to be a little angry about. So I don't want to add to that frustration by you being unhappy with my course. So, please contact me. We'll work out an amicable solution. And again, as I said, every module will have a feedback survey at the end. And the point, as I receive that feedback, I will tweak and work on making it even more palatable for the students to make it fun and interesting, and to take any fear away by making them really feel empowered to go start that new job and get on with the rest of their lives. So let's see, I'm just peeking over my notes here. What else I was going to cover? Okay. So yeah, as I said, pre-sale starts next week. I'm hoping to launch it Monday. I will be posting on social media when it's available. And again, if you purchase, anyone on my membership, on my mailing list, will have pre-sale at a significant discount. So if you want to take advantage of that, get on my mailing list now. And anyone who purchases it through June 15th when it launches will have access to it for 90 days. If you purchase it after June 15th, you will have 2-month access, 60 days, okay? So again, any questions, you can pop them in the chat. Just trying to think, I guess that's about it. That's everything on my end that I wanted to share today. So hopefully I've answered some questions for you. Feel free to reach out to me. I have a contact form on my website, thegentlewomanboss.com. You can send me a note there, and there's ways to sign up for the mailing list everywhere. All my social media platforms have links to it. So jump on the mailing list, and I will be in touch soon about pre-launch. Okay, thanks for stopping in today. I hope I answered your questions, and have a great day. It's gorgeous out there. Get out there and go get it. Okay, bye.